Today, we're going to be talking about a sensitive subject. Time management for lawyers. Time management for lawyers. How do Rainmaker, wildly successful lawyers schedule their days? How do they go into their day? How do they approach their day? Okay? How does the person you want to become a wild success, a Rainmaker lawyer, a lawyer that helps thousands and thousands of people solve their issues? Okay? How do they manage their day? So in this video, we're not going to be talking about how do you manage your monthly planning objectives. We're not going to be talking about how to manage your year or your annual marketing plan. Or we do have other videos on that, by the way, which is a really helpful video. But in this video, we're just going to be talking about how do you go into your day? I mean, your day is ultimately the piece of sand that builds the beach, right? The beach of your successful business. It's the smallest component that you can have control over. Now, this is considering that you have clarity on where you're going, right? I definitely don't want you to just manage your day hating your life, right? So managing your day starts with massive clarity. So for me, I have a very strict morning routine. Now, I've talked with and worked with hundreds of successful lawyers across the United States, primarily in Canada, and I've asked them, what do you do? What do you do? And all of them have habits around how they manage their days, and more specifically, what they say no to, right? So it all starts with the morning routine, right? And I'm sure you've watched other videos on morning routine. I'll give you mine really quick. I wake up, I smile, I have this all in my phone, by the way. Call me OCD, whatever. I follow it religiously. I wake up 4:45 a.m. I smile because I'm grateful to be alive. Then I brush my teeth, okay? Brush my teeth. I go out to my living room. I drink a very large thing of water, purified water. Then I have a little puppy that we just got. The puppy, we go downstairs. She takes a pee. Then I come back into our apartment and I immediately I have a Philips Go light therapy device. My light therapy device I put in front of my face, which then jolts me with energy. A lot of people don't know that, especially during winter months, not having blue light, which is what radiates from the sun, not having that in the morning is actually what causes a lot of morning grogginess, right? So we have the Philips Go light. And then what I do is I write down my 5 gratitudes and my top 12 written goals. I break down my goals by wealth and career, health, relationships, and spiritual. Okay? Write those down. Then I write down my life purpose statement. So you have 5 gratitudes, 12 written goals, all categorized, and then you have your purpose statement on this one sheet of paper. Then what I do is I read an excerpt from Think and Grow Rich every morning. And what I do is I then read my affirmations. I have another 35 or so affirmations of where I want to go in my life that I read with belief, okay? Through the auto-suggestion principle suggested in Think and Grow Rich. If you haven't read Think and Grow Rich and you want to take your business and your life to the next level, read that book. That book had a very big impact on my life, okay? So after I read my affirmations, then I read my major definite purpose statement. I Instagram live this almost every morning. Then what I do is I meditate, okay? I read an excerpt of a mindfulness book every morning, and then I meditate for 17 minutes and 20 to 30 seconds or so. It's a meditation timer. I meditate. In my meditation, I practice detachment from thoughts, detachment from emotions, detachment from sensations. Done. How can anything throw me off in business if I'm already okay with my own thoughts, okay with my own sensations, whatever, however I'm feeling that morning, right? So mindfulness comes next, then vigorous exercise. 3 days heavy lifting, light cardio, 3 days harder cardio, lighter lifting. So 6 days working out a week, okay? Then after that, I get ready. My goal is to dress like a hungry millionaire every day. That's one of my affirmations. Done. I show up. Now, keep in mind, I woke up at 4:45. My morning routine takes me 4 hours on average. So if I wake up at 4:45, I'm usually done by 8:45, okay? But I've taken care of my mindset clarity needs, my body, my physical exercise needs, okay? And I've taken care of really everything I need to come into my day, my oasis in the company with a clear mind, okay? So I know excuses are probably already popping up, but you can do this if you commit yourself to it. And you can integrate your family into it as well. Now, I left out stretching. I do stretching too before I go to the gym. This took me, I don't know, maybe 5.5, maybe 6 years to really develop this as a solid habit that's actually harder to break than it is to do. But that is my morning routine. That was not the purpose of the video. The real purpose of the video is how to manage your day, right? So you have morning, day, and night. So when I say day, I'm talking about that chunk of time when you bring your best self to work to produce the highest quality results, to be the best leader you can be, and to provide the greater good that you can to your team. And where that all starts, which is the pinnacle of this video, is right here. The one-page productivity planner. This productivity planner has changed my life, okay? This productivity planner is how I plan my days every day. Now, I have a weekly planner. If you're interested in that, go to smbteam.com, type in weekly, just submit your information and say weekly planner, and I'll send it to you. If you want this daily planner, do the same thing. We may have a download link in the video too, not sure. But you can go to smbteam.com and we'll send you our daily planner. Our daily planner works tremendously. It was derived from high performance expert Brendan Burchard. We put our logo on it and we use this religiously in our company and for me to schedule my days. This is how Rainmaker attorneys clarify their objectives, the people they need to reach out to, the people they're waiting on, and the things that they must complete today. Okay? Now, not all lawyers use this exact program. What I'm saying is every lawyer has a way of creating a both zoomed out list, zoomed in list, and a relations list, right? And that's what this does. So please, if you haven't already, download our productivity planner, okay? The productivity planner works like this, okay? The most important thing is first the projects section. Now I have a personal habit where I write our finance numbers up top, our cash account, how much revenue we're projecting this month, what our expected overhead is, and stuff like that. And I write that on the sheet every morning religiously, log into my bank accounts. I found that what you pay attention to usually grows, and what you don't usually dies. So the first section on this is the project section. Okay, the project section is where you list out your 3 major projects that are going to bring you to the next level in your firm. Now, the mistake that a lot of people make with projects is projects are big needle-moving activities, okay? The worst thing you could do in your project category is write, attend to immediate client requests, attend to immediate client calls, customer service reactiveness. No, 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 no. Respond to all emails. No, these are not projects, okay? A project is this: create standard operating system for intake process. That's a project. Then, under the project, you write your 5 next biggest moves for the project, okay? So under that, you would put something like bullet number 1 under that project of create a SOP, a standard operating procedure for intake process, is A, document intake process, or assign that to someone on your team. Great. Now you have a bulleted list. Okay, let's transform this to Trello, which is a project management tool, right? Next, transfer this into a PDF form, okay? 4, schedule a team meeting to go over the intake process. 5, assign responsibility for someone to audit the intake process is actually being followed. That is a big move, okay? tackling your intake process is something that will have effects for years and years and years and years and years in your practice, okay? So that is what a project is. Projects are not things that get done today though, okay? And keep in mind, this is all happening before I ever open my email, okay? The worst habit that lawyers have is they immediately get into reactive mode. They immediately feel as though their clients are going to leave or be unhappy if they're not there for every individual request. I very rarely talk to our clients, and it has no effect on the business because we do good work, right? You should not be, creating guilt for yourself because you have different initiatives. If you can set up an intake process, you can set up a case management process, okay? A process for bringing cases to trial, right? A process for litigation cases, a process for, faster settlement cases, whatever niche you're in, that would have a much bigger impact than you just giving in to the demands of your day. And giving in to the demands of your day starts by not looking at your phone, okay? Not looking at your phone until this has been done and your full morning routine has been done, okay? So you're not looking at your phone yet. Then you write in your number 2 project and your number 3 project, okay? Now, sometimes, for my projects, I'll make one of my projects our sales goal for the month. That wouldn't really apply to your business. Sometimes I'll make it our retention goal for the month. Sometimes I'll make it my leadership initiatives for the month, which I have a separate leadership document. That may be scheduling goal meetings with my team. That may be whatever, okay? So there's a lot of different strategies you can use with the project category. Next is people I need to reach out to category, and then people I'm waiting on category. So if you're a lawyer, you're always in need of information from someone, insurance company, whatever, and you're in need of reaching out to someone, following up with someone, following up with the insurance company, following up with a huge potential case lead, whatever, okay? So these people categories are so important to get clear on. Now, this doesn't mean that you write down every single person that your company needs to follow up with. It means individuals that have a big impact on your firm that you need to follow up with or that you're waiting on information from. If you're doing a podcast and you haven't heard back from someone, okay, what's very important is that you put them on your list, and then what you do before you start your work is you just bang these out, right? If I have 10 people I need to reach out to today, instead of pushing that off, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just tackle that real quick. Bop, bop, bop. Hey, I need this. Hey, what's the status on that? Hey, I need this. And this also applies to your team. This helps you hold your team accountable, right? Who do you need to reach out to today to either enforce accountability, to get information from someone you need to move one of those projects forward, okay? Keep in mind, these projects, all of these bullets will not get done today. They're just like, I visualize it like an oven, right? An oven where some of them, you have some turned up to 9 out of 10 on heat, some are turned up to 3 some days, some are 1. So they're just burners, right? They're just the burners to keep your awareness going in the right direction towards your major projects, which is so important that you just don't focus on the day-to-day and you focus on the big moves that's going to make your whole team's life easier, your client's experience better, and allow your firm to grow more effortlessly and sustainably. Okay, so we went through the project category, then we went through the people category, both who I need to reach out to, who I'm waiting on, and then lastly, this is the beauty, oh yeah, the priority category. The priority category is where it says under it, the main things I must complete today, no matter what. So the first things that go in here are legitimate scheduled meetings that are not what I call false emergencies, okay? So first, you need to audit your calendar before you write these down on your priority list for false emergencies. Okay, there's true emergencies, there's true necessities, and there's false emergencies and false necessities. A false emergency is when someone says, we need this today or else, and then you reply back to them and say, Great, what's the drop dead deadline for this? And then it ends up being, well, we could wait a month for it. That's a false emergency. A false necessity usually stems from guilt, right? False necessity is feeling like you have to be on a call with your team and a client, and instead of taking up 2 of your team members' time, you take up their time, your time, which has the highest dollar value, right? And maybe someone else's time, just because you feel guilty if you would not be on that call. That's a false necessity, okay? Those get removed from your priorities list. Your priorities list is things that must happen today. So again, they're going to be what's scheduled first, okay? With the audit of false necessities, false emergencies being removed. Then you look at, okay, there's a couple daily things you need to get done. Got it. But what one bullet from the project category can you get done today? And then that gets you thinking, right? That gets you thinking big time. Because now you're working on big moves, okay? Big moves versus reactivity. Reactivity is what causes lawyers to flatline, okay? Reactivity is what causes lawyers to flatline. You know all the stuff I'm saying. I'm not preaching here. Like these are things you already know. I'm just giving you a tool that works well, that summarizes the principles from lawyers that I've learned from, dealing with hundreds of lawyers. I'm just giving you tools, all things you already know. The key isn't what you know, because common wisdom is not always common practice. Common knowledge is not always common practice. Okay? I'm going to say that again. Common wisdom is not always common practice. Okay? The wisdom is, have a morning routine. Yeah. Common practice is get wrapped up in cell phone stuff, let my kids take all my time, feel reactive all day, immediately log into my email, right? So common sense is not always common practice. Okay, so this is how Rainmaker attorneys schedule their days for massive productivity and success. So if you want a downloadable version of this, or you're interested in my weekly planner, or even our annual marketing planner, and you need just organization right now, we will give this to you for free. So go to smbteam.com, put your information in to our website, and say either daily planner, weekly planner, okay, or annual marketing planner. We can help you with all 3 of those. We love helping lawyers because lawyers is the biggest segment of our business, and we just quite frankly love helping lawyers get better cases, manage their time better. We're all about win-win relationships at our company. So again, go to smbteam.com if you want these downloadables, and we can send it to you in a way where you can actually just put your law firm's logo on the top, so that you can then roll this out to your team after you do it for a couple weeks and start building up the habits with it. So I hope you found this valuable. I think there's a lot of great takeaways here that I've learned through trial and error and from dealing with some very successful attorneys nationally. So if there's anything I left out in here or things you want more information on, then what I would do is I would go to, like I said, smbteam.com, request them, but also leave a comment below. Comments, likes, you subscribing to our channel, which please do if you find this valuable. They're the only way we know if we're doing the right thing here and helping people. So we appreciate, we gave you this value. All we ask is show us that we're going in the right direction here by giving us a like, a subscribe, a comment, or all the above. It takes you 1 second to do. And if you just want to leave a comment on something you learned from the video, that actually will boost learning retention because it'll give you the motor movement of typing in your comment versus just passively listening to me. Take action here. Get one of these. Use one of these. Try it tomorrow. If you want information on my morning routine, direct message me on Instagram. I'm pretty accessible. You can call my cell too. Not going to give it out on YouTube, but I'm sure you can find it somehow. So I hope I can provide value here, and stay great. Manage your time like a pro, like a Rainmaker, like the brilliant leader you are, and help more people. So thank you so much.